I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Undercross. You draw Porter. Hey, Orbit. Mine's 50. Man, I got you. X3. 218. Stay driven.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Ready,
here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get there. Hey, Alpha.
Second and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down again. Samson Abuka providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks. And now they're staring at a 4th and long. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Ready, set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abuka able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd down, it's Jones.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready, ready. 41's the mic. Hey, lock it. Check, check.
Now Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Go, 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 go. 5-4.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Right there, 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Mike 54.
Hey, Charlie.
Defense wins championship.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Go.
Check 26 here. Let's go.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Chopper! Hey, wahoo! Rock it! Ready?
2nd and 4. It's caught here by Adams. Touchdown, Packers! Devontae Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Bills nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lucky.
Check three.
He's checking.
Hey, Sam on. Hit it.
To throw is Bortles. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Two jet bombers.
54's Mike. Check.
To throw, it's Bortles. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 11. And that's complete to Adams. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
1st and 10.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abuka able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Touchdown, Packers! Tyreek Hill, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Bortles will try again on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bortles. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Look at me. Go.
On the ground, this is Michel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, seam 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it...
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A pass there, complete to Westbrook. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. A gain of 39 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Penny, a first down carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. Looking to throw on second down. Bortles finding Knox there, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Bortles going to go on 4th down. The open man is Westbrook. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Bortles. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Bortles now to throw. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Penny will try to punch it in, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are in for 6.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, lock it.
We own him. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
We got it. Ready.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Right here, 41 Mike. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Snap.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready, set.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Bortles. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They do go for it. It's Bortles. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Down. 60 yards.
I'm coming.
Go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Okay, baby, I see you.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Echo.
Hey, 4-1's Mike.
Fire.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, this is Michel, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And taken at the 46. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Bortles now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Bortles. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On third down. Bernard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. It's a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And he'll be well short of a first down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Bortles to throw for it on fourth down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off. But not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though.